Yo, I want to talk to you about something. So, there's been a lot of theories in the community so far talking about the whole fake Chainsaw Man thing, and I wanted to make a video basically go into a deep dive in it, but it's basically not just going to be a fake Chainsaw Man video, it's also going to be a Pochita theory at the same time. So, there's been a lot of theories in the community about if Pochita is actually the Chainsaw Devil, and I want to go into my thoughts on it and basically recap what everyone's talking about, and also talk about my thoughts on it and how this goes into the whole fake Chainsaw Man thing. So if you want to see more videos like this, theories and stuff like that, leave a like, subscribe, and see more content like this, and hit that bell to post it consistently. And let's hop in. But before I go into the theory, I want to explain to you what devils are. So the main reason I'm doing this because it's gonna go into it, and some people still don't understand how devils work in Chainsaw Man. So in Chainsaw Man, there are fears that people have. The fear of the dark, the fear of water, the fear of sharks, and all these fears from people can end up culminating into a being or a devil, and that devil is a basically amalgamation of everyone's fear of the devil. So a lot of people are afraid of sharks, and all that fear creates a shark devil. Or people are afraid of things like concepts, like for example, people are afraid of being controlled, or the fear of being controlled and stuff like that, which creates the control devil. And these devils are born in a place called hell. And in hell, whenever these devils are basically born, they can get sent to earth if they're killed in hell. And they get sent to earth, and if they they can go on earth, hang out, eat people, even make contracts with humans, even make contracts with other devils and stuff like that. But if they get killed on earth, they get sent back to hell to basically be reincarnated, and it's a cycle. It's basically a cycle of devils created by the fears from humans, and then they're summoned into hell, and then if they're killed in hell by another devil, or maybe even a human, because some humans can end up going to hell, they can end up being sent back to earth, and then if they get killed on earth, they get sent back to hell. And so basically that is the cycle of Chainsaw Man, the cycle of all these devils in the show. And every single devil in the show you have seen on earth is a devil that was killed in hell and went to earth. But there are some devils that have never been to earth, such as the Darkness Devil that showed up during the Santa Claus arc has never been to earth, because the Darkness Devil is just so powerful that no one's been able to touch them at all. So let's go back to basically the whole point of the video. I want to explain devils first because I wanted to go into detail about you need to know more before we get into this theory, because this theory is definitely really leaning on the whole devil cycle. I also want to explain the difference between a devil, a fiend, and a hybrid. So a devil is what we just described right now, which is a being created by the amalgamation of all of the human fears of a concept or a person or a thing that gets sent to earth and stuff like that. A fiend is a devil that goes to earth after being killed in hell and actually ends up possessing a human corpse. Not a live human, has to be a human corpse. And that is what is a fiend. And most fiends also have a mostly human body parts or human traits like power, but some of them also have things that give off devil. Like for example, Power can also turn to her devil form. Her normal design also has those spikes and stuff like that, which show that she's a devil. Or I'll bring up another character like Beam. If y'all remember Beam, the shark boy, our little shark boy, he has human features, but he also has a shark head, and also can transform into his shark devil form. And most fiends have that. Most fiends have basically a human body, but they have something on usually their head, to indicate that they are a fiend. And they can also most of the time turn into their own devil form if they want to get more power. But hybrids is what Denji is. Denji is a hybrid, which is a devil and human combining, not like a fiend, not like a devil that's possessing the body, but more like a devil that's working together with the human. For example, Denji is working together with Pochita. He's using Pochita's heart, which does not make him a fiend because he's not dead, and also Pochita's not controlling Denji. He has free will. And that's basically what the whole point of hybrids are, is that hybrids have devil body parts or devil parts, and they can even transform somewhat into the devil, different forms and stuff like that. But they also have their own free will, but they also have devil pieces. That's also the difference between Denji and Asa, because Asa is not a hybrid, because instead she's more closer to a fiend than a hybrid, because one she's not most hybrids have a revving up thing, they have a rev that they can use to rev up or turn into their devil form. Asa doesn't really have that. Instead, Yoru and Asa are sharing the same brain And usually, like, I consider Asa more closer to a fiend that's alive, because when the whole like scene happened to where Asa got turned into, where basically her and Yoru bonded, was basically at Asa's death door. Like, she was at death's door, but I don't think she was dead right when it happened, so you can't really consider it exactly a fiend. She's basically in between a fiend and a hybrid, if you get what I'm saying. But I had to explain all that because the whole theory is going to go into this, so stay with me, just stay with me, right? So for the last few chapters, we've been seeing this fake chainsaw man. We've been seeing him since the whole Yuko fight, where basically at the end of the Yuko fight, after Yuko said goodbye, she ended up being killed by a chainsaw man. And we know it wasn't Denji because they show a panel where they show that Denji was asleep when this happened. So we know that it's not Denji that killed Yuko. And we've been knowing that there's a fake chainsaw man roaming around. And the latest Falling Devil arc, we finally got to see the fake chainsaw man. Kind of. The fake chainsaw man actually ended up popping up at the right time to help save Denji and Asa, and even give advice, and even stab the Falling Devil from behind. But then that's all we saw of the fake chainsaw man. After that, we haven't seen him since. We might see him in the next few chapters, but we haven't seen him since that. And it's just been Denji and Asa like basically working together to fight the Falling Devil and the Caterpillar Devil. And so for a while, everyone's been theorizing about who this fake chainsaw man is. And at first, I thought the fake chainsaw man was a piece of Denji. So back then at the end of part 1, there's a part where Denji takes off a piece of his heart and throws it to the earth. It ends up creating a clone of himself, and that's what he uses to fight Makima at the end and gets the upper hand on her, and that's how he beats her. But I thought that was what this devil was at first. I thought that this fake chainsaw man was actually like a person that Denji decided to like take a piece of his heart, throw it out into the world, and wanted that other person to like basically be Chainsaw Man while he's sleeping. But then we learned in the newest chapter that Denji has no idea who this fake Chainsaw Man is, and even calls him a fake, and even asks Asa, like, why do you believe this fake Chainsaw Man? So he's never seen this Chainsaw Man thing before. So that automatically like takes out the theory for me. So we already know that this fake Chainsaw Man is a person that Denji does not know. And I was like really concerned. I was like, who could this be? Like, is this an actual person? I was thinking like maybe it could be like, maybe like Hirofumi knows something, or maybe it could be like just a character we never seen before. Like, who could this fake Chainsaw Man be? And then I saw some theories online. I'm gonna even try to link them in the description, about people thinking that this fake Chainsaw Man is actually a Chainsaw Man devil. And the way that this could be a Chainsaw Man devil is if Pochita is not the Chainsaw Devil, but is instead another devil. So the theory is that we've never actually known exactly what Pochita is the devil of. There's never been something that he's been specifically called the devil of. He's just been called Chainsaw Man, but he's never been called the Chainsaw Devil. For someone that's known as the Chainsaw Devil, if he was that, Pochita has an unreasonably amount of power. Besides the fact that Pochita and Denji are the main characters of the anime, it makes no sense why Denji would be so powerful, but also have the power. He's the only character in the show that has the power to truly kill devils, because Denji and Pochita have the power to where if they eat a single devil, any devil, if they eat them, they erase their name in existence throughout history. For example, they even talk about it, how there was a smallpox devil. I think there was the war devil got eaten by Pochita a long time ago, which makes her weaker. That there's other like devils throughout history. I think there was like a devil too, like devils like that were just throughout history, but Pochita ended up eating them a long time ago, which erased them from existence. Like, and also erases the fear or the idea of them from humans. And so that's a really strong ability. That's arguably, in my opinion, the strongest ability in the show to truly kill devils, because devils cannot be killed by can't be killed. They always can be reincarnated, and this is the only thing that can like truly end them. So everyone was wondering, like, besides Denji and Pochita being the main character, like, what else could explain why they're so powerful? Because it doesn't make sense why something as simple as a chainsaw would be as powerful as they are. Because there's even other devils in the show, like the flamethrower devil, that's basically, or the crossbow devil, they're basically like the same as Denji, or maybe could be on the same, they should be on the same level or power as Denji, yet they don't have something as powerful as that, besides Denji being the main character. And so that's been getting a lot of people in the community thinking about, like, why is Denji so powerful? And one of the reasons that people think that is because we don't think Pochita is the Chainsaw Devil. We think that Pochita is a whole other devil that has a whole different name and stuff like that. That's the main theory, but I want to talk about what I think Pochita is and what I think Pochita could be, or what his like title is, or whatever. So the first thing I want to say is that you're probably wondering, like, after everything I said, okay, Xavier, that might be true, that Pochita might not be the Chainsaw Devil, but why does he have chainsaws on his head? And I think the main thing it could be is that I think that Pochita is either the absorption or consumption or consume devil. So we already know that Denji and Pochita have the ability to eat people and eat devils and stuff like that, and can erase their name throughout history. That's a really strong ability. That sounds like an ability that a devil known as the consumption or consume devil would have, the ability to erase things, to devour things. And it could also be a primal fear, because not only are humans afraid of being devoured, not in so much in the modern day, but not in like real life, but in the world of Chainsaw Man, devils eating humans is a very common death that happens a lot of the time. So it's definitely a big fear that people have. But not only that, animals have also the fear of being eaten. I don't think plants are, because plants aren't sentient, but like if plants were sentient, they would also have the fear of being consumed. But you know who also has the fear of being consumed? Devils. Devils eat other devils. So it's not something that only humans are afraid. That's something that devils and animals are also afraid of, which would make Pochita, or the consumption devil, a primal fear, because being consumed is a primal fear. And I think that's what Pochita used to be. I think Pochita was a consumption devil that would eat people, but I also think that he would absorb people or absorb their powers. We haven't seen it a lot, if I remember correctly, from every single person they eaten. Like Denji, the only person like Denji's really eaten is like other devils, and like usually like when he eats them, he's eating like their blood or whatever. He's never eaten them enough to where like, oh my, like he's not eating them in the way that they get erased. And I think that's another reason why when Denji tried to eat Makima at the end of part 1, that Makima didn't get erased, because Denji in himself cannot eat a person and them getting erased. I think Denji has to be in the Chainsaw Man form, not the normal Chainsaw Man form. I mean the monster Chainsaw Man form, to fully like basically like erase them, or to maybe absorb them. That's what I think. I think that Pochita a long time ago absorbed a chainsaw devil, and that's why he has the little chainsaw on his head. Basically, I'm trying to go back to the whole theory. I have to set all this stuff up so you understand. But the whole point of the theory is I think Pochita is the consumption devil, and I think that this fake Chainsaw Man is not a piece of Pochita, and I don't think it's like the Chainsaw Devil. I think it's actually the Chainsaw Man Devil. So let me explain. So like I said earlier in this video, that the way devils are formed is by fear. The fear of every single person, or the fear of something, like by multiple entities or multiple people. Like I said, the fear of the dark, the fear of being consumed and stuff like that. But couldn't a devil also be formed off of a person? For example, Makima is the control devil, right? And the feeling or the fear of being controlled is a real fear. That's a concept, and it's not really based off of like a person or like an animal or stuff like that. And she's a devil, so which means that devils can be formed off of anything, just like how devils are formed off of darkness and stuff like that. So wouldn't somebody that is a literal chainsaw man that goes around fighting people, destroying the environment, sometimes not saving people, killing devils in front of people, and basically screaming and being crazy, wouldn't humans be afraid of him? And also, wouldn't devils be afraid of Chainsaw Man? Because it's widely known in hell and on earth that Chainsaw Man is a powerful entity, and that no devil should really try to cross him like that, because he will eat you, that they can erase you throughout history or erase you entirely. So if there are humans that are afraid of Chainsaw Man, and there are devils that are afraid of Chainsaw Man, wouldn't there be a Chainsaw Man devil? Wouldn't there be like a whole devil that was formed off of just the fear of the Chainsaw Man? And I think that's what this fake Chainsaw Man is. I think this fake Chainsaw Man is just the accumulation of all the fear from humans and devils of the Chainsaw Man, of Denji, and it formed this Chainsaw Man devil. And he was in hell, and he lost to a person. He died in hell and basically got sent to earth, and now he's basically roaming around Denji or whatever. And maybe he even gets stronger being around Denji, or the more that Denji does and the more that he scares people probably makes him even more powerful. But I think that's what this fake Chainsaw Man is. I don't think there's anything else that's really like insinuating what else he could be. Like, I don't think it's a person. I don't think it's Hirofumi. I don't think it's Haruka. I don't think it's anyone else that we have seen in the show. And I think that the only characters it could be is a brand new character, which technically what this theory with everything I'm saying could be a brand new character. It could either be a brand new character or it could be the Chainsaw Man Devil. I think I explained everything I wanted to with this theory. I'm going to link every single video or Reddit post I've seen that have kind of like talked about this theory or talked about the theory that Pochita is not the Chainsaw Devil, to show support and to also show to give credit. This theory is mostly a theory that's mostly been like created by the whole community, and it's pretty like widely accepted that we all think that Pochita is not the Chainsaw Devil, but our ideas of who Pochita is could be vastly different. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you think that Pochita is the Consumption Devil? Do you think that Pochita is the Chainsaw Devil and we're all just tripping? Or do you think he's a whole devil entirely? And who do you think this fake Chainsaw Man is? Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe it's not a Chainsaw Man devil at all, and it's just a dude that ends up being a Chainsaw Man. Or maybe there's been 2 Chainsaw Man since the beginning. I don't know, but I would like to hear your thoughts on it. Leave a like, subscribe to see more content like this, and hit that bell post consistently. I'm gonna see you guys next time. Peace. And also check out my Chainsaw Man reviews and my big Asa breakdown video if you want to see me talk more Chainsaw Man.